Last week, we decided to give Elon the week off for everyone's sake.
Yeah.
And so he could see his children. But we unfortunately, once again, have much to discuss. And let's start with some hot goss.
Ooh, spicy news.
So you remember a couple years back when the Wall Street Journal alleged that Elon had an affair with the now former wife of Google co-founder Sergey Brin? Well, since then, that woman, Nicole Shanahan, has found herself back in the spotlight in a very unlikely way.
Yeah,
surprising.
Yeah.
She signed on as the running mate of presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy. And last week, the New York Times dug into her background because this is very relevant all of a sudden.
He's running for president, baby. And she's going to be the VP if that happens, which it won't, but they still got to look into it.
Zero fucking chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, they published a little background on this lady, including about that alleged affair with Elon. Here you go.
Mr. Brin and Ms. Shanahan found the coronavirus pandemic lockdowns challenging, 3 people close to the couple said. Among other things, they struggled with their daughter's autism diagnosis, the people said. Ms. Shanahan began going out more without Mr. Brin, according to 5 people and documents viewed by the Times. At a party in early 2021 in Miami, Ms. Shanahan was so intoxicated by drugs and alcohol that she required an IV infusion, the documents show. That fall, Ms. Shanahan threw a Studio 54-themed birthday party for herself at a New York club. Mr. Musk, a longtime friend of Mr. Brin's, attended. In December 2021, Ms. Shanahan saw Mr. Musk again at a private party in Miami that his brother Kimball Musk was hosting in connection with the Art Basel Festival. At that party, Elon Musk and Ms. Shanahan took ketamine, a popular party drug that is legal with a prescription, and disappeared together for several hours, according to 4 people briefed on the event and documents related to it. Ms. Shanahan later told Mr. Brin that she had had sex with Mr. Musk, 3 other people said. She also relayed the details to friends, families, and advisors. She was telling everyone, you're never gonna guess who I cheated on my husband with.
I did a thing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Fucking Elon Musk, like, do you think he says "Wubba Lubba Dug Dug" right before he busts?
I'm Pickle Rick!
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, wow, what a girl boss. She also, like, when she got together with Sergey Brin, like literally like right after getting married to her first husband.
Okay.
So yeah, this is a pattern for her.
I feel bad for the kid.
Yeah.
I feel bad for all of these people's kids.
Yeah, like if this was like, this is the interesting thing about rich people, because like any normal person like going out and doing drugs while you have a kid at home, that is like is correctly perceived
a young child who
as
has,
like you're being a bad parent.
Yes.
But when you're a billionaire, I guess they'll let you do it.
Yeah, it's strange.
Anyways, apparently she's a real big anti-vaxxer and was just donating tons and tons of her divorce money to RFK Jr.'s campaign. So he decided, best way to keep the gravy train moving was just bring her on as his running mate.
Yeah, I guess.
Which, like, it's a move that is simultaneously brilliant and also just like so fucking stupid. But yeah, keep the money coming. You know, give her a reason to keep donating.
I guess.
But enough.
And he's got his own history of fucking adultery.
Yeah. There are two peas in a pod.
Yeah.
Two people that love cheating on their spouses.
Yep.
I'm sure Cheryl is just stoked about them spending all this time together now.
Well, she can rest easy knowing that there's 0% chance that he will ever win the election.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, enough about Nicole Shanahan. Elon's got a lot of friends, with benefits and otherwise. And this week, the Wall Street Journal revealed something that's really not at all surprising at this point. Elon and Donald Trump are so close that they talk on the phone multiple times a month, and they're like twirling the cord.
I was just gonna say, like, they talk on corded phones so they can twirl it. No, you hang up.
What are you doing?
No, you hang up. You hang up. And then he goes, Kimball, get off the phone! Get off the phone, I'm with Donald! Kimball, stop!
Yeah, it's adorable.
It is pretty. Melania, hang up the phone!
Elon's coming!
Barron, stop trying to log on to AOL.
Stop eavesdropping. It's a private conversation.
So here's from their reporting. Donald Trump and Elon Musk have discussed a possible advisory role for the Tesla leader should the presumptive Republican nominee reclaim the White House. Oh, no. The latest sign that the once frosty relationship between the two men has thawed. The role hasn't been fully hammered out and might not happen, people familiar with the talk said. But the two men discussed ways to give Musk formal input and influence over policies related to border security and the economy, both issues on which Musk has grown more vocal. Musk, along with the billionaire investor Nelson Peltz, has also briefed Trump on a plan that they've developed to invest in a data-driven project to prevent voter fraud, according to some other of the people. Peltz and Musk also told Trump of an influence campaign in elite circles that is already underway, in which Musk and his political allies host gatherings of powerful business leaders across the country to try to convince them not to support President Biden's re-election campaign. This is insane.
Oh, this is bad.
First of all, just based on Trump's track record, he's absolutely using Elon and he won't get this position, but there is a chance because there's so few people left that would just willingly throw themselves over to Trump, knowing that it can end badly, that this might actually happen. And look, Joe Biden is winning no favors. He is a very bad person who is willingly letting a genocide happen. But Jesus Christ, the other option is insane.
Yeah, I mean, say what you will about Biden, but if you're Elon Musk, like this man just signed like some of the harshest tariffs in a generation to specifically protect your shitty fucking car company.
Which is also ironic because Trump did the same thing.
Yeah. Anyway, it continues. As recently as 2 years ago, Trump and Musk were publicly trading insults. But in recent months, the two men are developing a friendly rapport and talk on the phone several times a month as the election nears, the people familiar with their talk said. The pair have held discussions on immigration, technology, and science, including the U.S. Space Force. Their views and interests have grown more aligned, people said, with Musk calling Trump directly on his cell phone. Trump has told Musk, one of the world's wealthiest people, he wants to find a way to get him more involved if he wins in November. Musk, who has a long history of flouting convention in the business world, has signaled he isn't interested in simply writing a check to a super PAC, which can accept unlimited amounts of money from donors and is a popular way for the billionaire class to support candidates. Instead, he has elected to use his clout in elite business and technology circles to help defeat Biden by galvanizing the support of influential allies. I wonder if that's the reason when Kid Rock called Trump and he didn't answer. Well,
He's on the phone with
probably
Elon.
on the phone with Elon.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, call waiting. Oh, no.
Oh, it's Kid Rock.
It's just, that's Bob.
He's drunk dialing again. So this, of course, it's all pretty surprising. If you recall previous statements Donald Trump has made about Elon Musk, like this one back in 2022, when Elon Musk came to the White House asking me for help on all of his many subsidized projects, whether it's electric cars that don't drive long enough, driverless cars that crash, or rocket ships to nowhere, without which subsidies he'd be worthless, and telling me how he was a big Trump fan and Republican, I could have said, drop to your knees and beg, and he would have done it. But then
Rockets to nowhere.
then again, neither of these guys, they're very principled. It's all about power. So
Yeah.
if Trump wins in November, I guess you can look forward to Elon Musk having an active role in how this country is governed. And not just Musk. I'm sure that the very influential and important and rich business leaders he's talking to also want a cut of that pie.
God. We live in hell.
Yeah. Also, like, it almost is a threat that he's like, and I'm not going to write a check to a super PAC, so this is your chance to get me on to do stuff.
Yeah. Man. What a terrible, seems like the easiest thing to be like, hey, you see that? Can you see that into that future?
Yeah.
Looks pretty bad, right? But me, Joe Biden, I'm going to offer you I'm offering you a better alternative. I'm not just going to say, hey, I'm not that, so therefore, I guess vote for me. I'm going to do something actively to try and improve the lives of people. It's very frustrating. Yeah. Every election is worse than the last one. How does this keep fucking happening?
No.
Anyway, let's move on to our weekly roundup of Cybertruck disappointment. Now, we previously read from a local news article from the state of Maine about the hostility that one of the state's 2 Cybertruck owners has been enduring from the general public. A lot of thumbs down, middle finger. But we appear to now have some information about Maine's other Cybertruck owner, who clearly feels that the public wouldn't be so mean to the Cybertruck if it just got to know it. Check out this flyer that was spotted in South Portland, Maine. Come check out the Cybertruck. Get a close-up look and learn what it's all about. Bring the whole family with you. Curious? Is it a car or a truck? Why does it look like that? What's it made of? What can it do? Who makes it? Get pictures and videos. See inside and out. Now, the meetup seems to have already taken place this past Monday, assuming that the weather was nice. Yeah. We can't find any documentation of how it went down. Hopefully, if anyone did attend, they were not seriously injured.
You cut my entire leg open.
Because, yeah, this week we also learned of a new exciting way that the Cybertruck can kill you.
So this story comes to us once again from the beautiful forums over at cybertruckownersclub.com, where a post about finally receiving delivery starts off with the usual complaints and cope, and eventually turns into a potentially life or death situation. Picked it up today. Woohoo! Sloppy condition at delivery. Ugh. Windshield inside is disastrously dirty. There's a smeary film over most of it when the sun hits it directly. I cannot see anything. Super dangerous. Body panels have some sort of splattery overspray on them that doesn't wipe off. It just smears around. Hood is covered in the rail dust rust spots. Our barkeeper's friend the entire truck, so whatever. The rubber seal along tonneau is flipping loose. Service department closed, so couldn't fix on the spot. Wife heard a loud noise while driving a main road, 60 miles an hour, so we pulled over to check. The large upper panel on the driver's side in the bed flew off and thankfully remained in the bed. Otherwise, it's great. Heck, it's great even with these issues. The tires and wheels look great in person. Now for the ugly.
I love when everything is so bad that you're like, oh, but those tires and wheels.
They look so cool.
Yeah, really, the real highlight of this car is those tires and wheels.
Yeah.
But yeah, now for the ugly. 2 of the delivery/advisor employees were with my wife and me as we walked around the truck inspecting it. I noticed a little pit/divot or something on the tailgate. I licked my left thumb and tried to rub the spot to see if it was actually a divot or just some stray adhesive or something. Ouch! Crap. I jerked my arm back and the employees chuckled jokingly, saying, "This thing can be dangerous."
Oh, God.
I, too, thought it was a little slice like a paper cut until the blood started pouring. A lot of blood. The 2 employees scrambled and took off to find something to help stop the bleeding. The puddle of blood was more than twice that size by the time I was able to get it bandaged. After wrapping it up tightly, wiping off, and washing up, I was able to complete delivery. A few hours passed without bleeding through the bandage, so I figured the gash closed up and it would be fine. I unwrapped my wrist and boom, spurts of blood all over the kitchen island. Which leaves me here at the ER.
Where I'm posting. This thing's got barnacles on it. It's got factory-made barnacles that will cut you deeply.
It's like shark skin. You gotta only one direction. The other direction, you fuck up.
And yeah, this is the second time we've seen a Cybertruck injury on this forum that's so bad we can't even show it to you uncensored. But basically, the truck sliced a deep half-inch gash into the guy's wrist that looks like it could have been potentially even worse if it were less than an inch to the right. Seems bad that you could get that kind of injury just by touching this damn thing, but there's probably something in the manual about never touching the car without knife-proof protective gear.
What were you thinking? Touching that with your bare hands?
You need to dress up like you're going swimming with great white sharks.
Yeah.
You need chainmail to touch this car. In a similar vein, the Cybertruck's warranty apparently gets voided if you ever drive it off-road or even over curbs or potholes, which is hilarious considering how many Cybertruck owners have very publicly documented themselves doing exactly that. And recently, that's included someone who was filmed trying and repeatedly failing to cross a shallow river in their Cybertruck. This video is so good.
Yeah.
You can just see the multiple points of failure.
This is gonna be so sick. Make sure the camera's rolling.
It is Memorial Weekend. We're gonna go take the Cybertruck down to the river.
I'm gonna go ford a river like the fucking Oregon Trail.
And it's not even like a big river. It's not even that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, 1.5 feet deep.
Yes. So at least all the water didn't short out the car, leaving the occupants trapped inside. But still, I mean, that warranty has been voided.
Very much.
So the same is probably true for the genius who decided to do donuts in his Cybertruck for a big crowd of people and immediately ran over a bunch of them. So great job.
Don't tell Elon.
The driver assist was engaged. Hey, I was losing control during the donuts, so I turned on the self-driving mode and it attacked all the pedestrians.
I was doing the donuts and it was going great, but then full self-driving saw some children and said,
well, gotta take care of those.
Gotta do something about
I've been summoned.
those living children.
Yeah.
Anyway, as we previously discussed, the Cybertruck hasn't been great for Tesla's brand reputation, but it's also just one of several factors, the main ones being Elon Musk's own reputation and public fears over self-driving, justified fears. And this week, we have yet another poll showing just how far Tesla's reputation has fallen in just a few short years. Here's Axios. Tesla Motors' brand reputation continues to slip over the last year as the antics of polarizing CEO Elon Musk and other issues tarnished its once impeccable image, according to new Axios Harris Poll 100 survey results. Why it matters. Tesla soared to 8th place in 2021's rankings of America's 100 most visible companies by their perceived image, but has since plummeted to 63rd, suggesting Musk and his company flew too high and too fast, like Icarus of Greek myth.
Now these wings are ready. They're all good. Let's go.
Yeah, don't. Obviously, Icarus, you don't fly that close to the sun. It's not in the warranty, idiot. It's your fault.
Fly at a very specific level, at a very specific speed. And you're not supposed to touch the wing. And also, don't get them wet.
You know, in like probably 2 years, everyone's going to have
wings.
Icarus wings, probably flying to the sun.
So that's it. There you go. There's your Elon. Finally, after 1 week.
There's your news.
Yeah. If you want to watch our most recent episode, the billionaires are at it again. They're getting on submarines. They're going down to the Titanic. And they're ready for you to laugh at them.
Hey, I'd rather them go down to the Titanic than do whatever Elon's doing.
Sure, yeah, that's true. Anyways, like the video, please. Comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, click the join button, click the thank button, do whatever you.
But here is Tim Pool. He, remember, like, part of like what he's doing here is trying to build up, what is it, like the manosphere? What is it? Is that what he's in now? He's trying to be.
Yeah, he's playing footsie with the manosphere, and I mean, generally just monetizing the alienation in society.
He's teaching his young male audience members, and like that's a cohort that I think a lot of right-wing influencers are after, teaching them how to be manly men.
High value men,
be
right?
A high value man.
His term is?
Yeah. To get a hot baby, a hot girl, and your Bugatti. I don't know.
I just love looking at a grown man wearing a knit cap all the time. Even I'm thinking about his suit that he wore to Mar-a-Lago with the knit cap, and then he's also saying the words high value man. But okay, here he is trying to wax poetic about
Yeah.
when maybe someone would be happier.
He's reacting to a video that kind of went viral by a young woman who basically said it's tough to find people. And, there's a lot of problems with loneliness in the current society. We can get into the reasons for that, but that's what he's reacting to.
What you think? Would people like this be happier? I think about what society would have been like 100 years ago for this woman. She'd have gotten married at probably 18 or 19. She would, even in the 50s, she'd have a family and a house. But here's the funny thing. I wonder, would she be happier then? Maybe. As the saying goes, you don't know what you got till it's gone. They paved paradise to put up a parking lot. But humans live in a state of relative happiness. That means that even today, as incredible as everything is, people are going to be upset. And don't get me wrong, coming from the highs of the Trump economy to the lows now, it's kind of like, I get it. Your cheeseburgers cost $5. I'm looking at the inflation charts for the average prices of McDonald's food. And you got these people being like, we'll stop comparing the highest, most expensive markets to the lowest. And it's like, dude, there's a chart showing the average price of all McDonald's. And it's gone from like $1 for a cheeseburger to $4. I said $5, but I'm being hyperbolic. It's $3.89 or something. With taxes, you're spending like $4.20. So yeah, I understand why people are getting upset, but I'd just be willing to bet that a lot of people like this, if it was the 50s, they'd be like, I'm so unhappy because my husband does this and does that. And they don't know what you got till it's gone. I'd be willing to bet. You asked this lady, would you be willing to be a stay-at-home wife? No career. Your husband's in charge of the finances outside the home. You're in charge of things inside the home. Would that be acceptable to you? You'll have kids. You'll have a family. You'll have community. I'd imagine at this point she'd say yes.
Community.
I think a lot of women would say yes. And I think you've got in this modern society, this is, women being told, you want to have a career, you have to be responsible for yourself. And there are a lot of, and this is, it's not unique to women, or I should say it's not only the fault of women.
Oh, good.
But it's also I'd say weak men. Our society in general is aflame. Right now, there are guys out there. These guys are average looking, and they are incels, involuntary celibate. For a while, we saw online, and hikikomori, Japan calls them. There was this one interview that came up like 10 years ago, and it was a guy saying that he was like an incel. And everyone's like, he's an average looking dude. He's like, there's nothing wrong with him. He's just like normal looking dude. But he was like, I can't get a relationship, blah, blah, blah. I think the challenge for this woman is feminism in every facet.
Oh, no way.
Telling guys to not be masculine, telling women to be girl bosses. And I'll tell you what the end result is. I'm not saying feminism in general is wrong or anything like that. I'm saying that the end result in large numbers results in things like this. So what do you
Pause it for 1 second. Look, there's so much, it's amazing how little he says, but how much of it is total BS.
Filling time.
When you say the big numbers are and the outcome is negative, I think you are sort of saying that feminism is a problem generally. But putting that aside, I just want you to think for a moment. In 1950, what would someone who doesn't have the ability to go outside or stay inside and take off his hat, what would that guy be doing? Let's go back to 1955 and imagine what a 35-year-old Tim Pool would be doing.
Just Don Draper in a beanie.
First off, the toupee that he'd be wearing in 1952 would honestly look like a I don't know if you've ever had like a sheepskin rug or something like that. If you would cut off a piece of that and put that on your head with some tape, what would Tim Pool be doing?
would he be in the same situation he's in right now as an unmarried man in his mid-30s? As he lectures everybody else about their inability to find happiness, including this.
Hey, he's got an extra room, Emma.
He heard it. Yeah, I think he can look at longingly and say, "Oh, soon I'll have a wife and kids in here." He's talking about this hypothetical incel. Is he sure he just like didn't kind of catch himself in the mirror?
Well, I mean, this is the thing. Here's a guy, he's a multi-millionaire, according to what he's told us. He has like multiple private skate parks. And yet, he's just has to hire people to hang out with him around the office. I mean, that's why he's so upset about people dissing him by putting chicken grease down the drain. But imagine what this guy would be in 1950. I mean, just contemplate that for a moment. The other thing is that the saying, you don't know what you had until it's gone. She wasn't alive then. She never had it, so she wouldn't have known.
Well, women don't collectively know what they've had until it's gone. And then he said, paved paradise, put up a parking lot. I don't know what the relevance is to that. But like,
I would
Paradise
also
where women are in their houses, barred out on pharmaceuticals, waiting for their husband to get home and preparing a meal.
I would also add that for the first time in our history, life expectancy for men went down, and much of that was a function of despair, deaths, as in ODs and suicides. And the idea that is a function of feminism, as opposed to perhaps something that's going on that is more broad about society in terms of like alienation and in terms of isolation and in terms of like maybe it's a function of technology, or maybe it's a function of the amount that we have to work.
Maybe watching hours of Tim Pool and Joe Rogan actually isn't the best thing for learning how to socialize with women. Maybe part of that's to do with it. I think it's really to do with like people. There's no third spaces. You want to go anywhere in this country, you're gonna have to fork over cash to do it and hang out with somebody. People have less walking around money. It's all these sorts of things that we don't have a society that fosters socialization.
It's capitalism. It's everything else when he's not talking about racial civil wars. It's everything else that he's promoting. That is leading to the isolation and alienation of these people.
And I'm sorry, she would be happier in the 1950s, as if there hasn't been like so much art and film and television that explores like the malaise of the housewife and the depression that she endured during the 1950s, not being able to have her own identity. Getting married, as he says, would be the ideal situation at 18 or 19 when she doesn't know any better, and essentially being locked down into a situation where like maybe she could have met somebody that was more advantageous to her. But the unmarried childless man is lamenting the fact that women are not getting married younger, so that they have more of an ability to go out into the world and explore their options to find somebody that may actually meet them as an equal, as opposed to locking them down when they're teenagers, which is what he opened that like clip that we had here with, to make it so that they can't like escape. And that's what he says. They'd be happier in a gilded cage. Why wouldn't it? Makes me think it couldn't just be that like we've completely dissolved our social safety net to the point where women do have to work a lot of the time, or you have to have dual incomes to survive in this country, and you can barely survive as it is. It can't be that. It can't be that, half of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck and don't have savings where they could actually help themselves out and in an emergency. It can't be that. It must just be that women are getting too picky.
There might be some lesser amounts of rape if women were chattel.
Right.
Still, because then you would...
Women, if you had less rights, you would be happier.
You'd be protected. You'd be property of a man.
Trust me.
And then any type of assault on you would be an offense against a male, which of course is far less accepted in our society.
Yeah.
I genuinely think, and I've heard from my friends that are women, that a big problem with the dating scene these days is there are certain guys who are just obvious conservatives, and you do not want to date those guys. Sorry, you're taking yourself out of the running, folks.
Well, that's what's incredible here. And you know, he focuses on appearance. Like this guy, incel, good-looking, average-looking dude.
Yeah.
I mean, take it from me as a woman, and I'm engaged, right? So I'm locking myself down. I'm a part of this.
You're going to be owned by your fiance, and that is you're in the catbird seat.
I mean, I'm a little bit further along on this trajectory than Tim. I think maybe his audience could take some advice from me on this front, so I'll give it to them. You, like, listening to this kind of stuff is going to make you more and more alienated from women. When you continue to talk about the differences between men and women, when you define the roles in such an old patriarchal way, which is exactly what he's doing, or when you define gender roles in this way in general, it makes it so it's more difficult to have a connection, because it's all about like pre-identifying people as set like fixtures in your mind as opposed to human beings. And that's really the barrier that Tim is dealing with as a still single person who's older than me, is the fact that he doesn't really have, and his audience and what he's teaching them to engage with, the ability to see women as full human beings and equals to them. And the and instead of giving their audience the tools to do that and saying like, this is how you can relate to women more, it's about like, how can we go backwards in time? And so those guys are gonna go, I know I'm talking a bit, but just give me a sec, Matt. Like, those guys are gonna go out on dates, and they're going to like try to replicate the stuff that they're hearing in this incel media, and then they're not gonna get a second date, and then they'll go back for more dopamine hits about how all those women are bitches, right? And then it's really, it's gross.
Exactly, because every time they aren't spending with a woman because they've alienated themselves by subscribing to this bullshit, they are going back to listening to the podcast. So the alienation is coming from inside the long-form conversation that you guys are fetishizing.
Right, and Tim ended our debate thing by like, and I still wish I had called him out on this at the time, where he said there was some study that he read that conservatives are more attractive than liberals because they are not as like burdened with empathy for other people, and that doesn't age them as much. Where it's like, the way you think about the world is just like, it's completely topsy-turvy and makes absolutely no sense. It's not about, when you categorize things like that, that's not the case. It's just about your personality, bro. That's really it.
And can we also like just we'll go back to listen to this, but his put up this this piece, because I know he got this from the New York Post, and so he's even lying about his McDonald's thing. All right, scroll down. This was the McDouble sandwich. Go down, keep going down here. I know it's the Post, so it's like almost impossible to read anything. This is not. Keep going down till you get to the McDonald's picture. Yeah, right there. The McDouble sandwich, which in 2014 cost an average of $1.19, now costs 3 times that amount, $3.19. So it is increased in 10 years.
It's not why women are not finding partners just because the McDonald's is too expensive. I mean, it's like a lot of these things, like we're talking about, it's all the ways people feel completely crushed, which is that you have to work more to pay more of your rent. You have less money to go out and socialize. Like, and we talk about like Bumble saying like, oh, we're gonna do some sort of AI that gets people every sort of concierge. It's like, what we really need is an extra day off work every week to go be among our fellow people and talk to them and learn how to interact with them as human beings. But instead we think of, oh, let's figure out the newest app that we can...
and grind more, right?
Exactly.
And continue to alienate yourself more and continue to chew up this content. And
earn those sports cars.
He's also wrong about the trend in terms of like what people are doing like with their partnerships. Divorce rates, yes, people are getting married later, but divorce rates have actually been declining. And that's in part because women aren't jumping into a marriage at age 18 or 19 for in some instances, right? And it differs regionally. But like, they're exploring their options and becoming full-fledged adults and people before they enter into these partnerships. And that's what's so like creepy about this is they don't want women. They don't like women. They like girls in their mind.
18 to 19.
18 to 19, which is what he said. They're illegal, technically.
Easier to own them at that time. You can mold them in your image.
Because they can groom them. And like, you know, which is amazing. Because apparently genderqueer's grooming people, but not the guy that wants to marry girls at 18 or 19.
The point is that if you get them while they're young, when they get a little bit older, they won't look at you and say, why are you still wearing a beanie inside? Are you 11?
Oh, an adult woman may question that.
That's my point.
But a high school senior may think that looks sick.
If you marry her when she's 16 or 17,
that is true.
It will not seem as weird to her that she wakes up one day and you're in your 30s and you're still wearing your helmet inside.
A 35-year-old woman versus an 18-year-old woman on the beanie question is...
right?
High variance.
Oh, I love Tim's so cool. He rides a skateboard, he's got a hat, and now, like 10 years later, oh, wait a second, I have my driver's license. What am I doing with this loser?
Child at heart.
All right, keep going. Incidentally, the Big Mac, too, has doubled in 10 years. The idea that this is a function of like, Joe Biden's inflation or whatever it is just absurd. Go ahead.
Not be masculine, telling women to be girl bosses. And I'll tell you what the end result is. I'm not saying feminism in general is wrong or anything like that.
That's sort of what you're saying.
I'm saying that the end result in large numbers results in things like this. So what do you get? Women who prioritize career over family, and now at 33 are like, why can't I find a relationship? Well, you were 26 when you started looking. What happened? 26? Wow. I mean, you go back in time, all of human history, and you've got 18-year-olds getting married, having families in their early 20s, grandparents in their 40s. And now, at 26, you're like, I want to be with someone.
Can you pause?
I want to go see where he's going with this.
Well, I do too. But
I think he's saying that women should start looking for husbands at age 12.
No, he's saying 20. You should start at age 18. What? Thank you for protecting yourself legally, buddy. Women should start looking at 18, and then they'll get married younger. As opposed to what it is what like
you're an old maid at age 26, and you're starting to look for a relationship.
The undercurrent here, and maybe he goes there, is that if there are women who are having sex, who are experimenting sexually in their early 20s, which is the most normal thing that you can possibly do, dating and figuring out what they like, they're sluts. Yeah. They should be locking themselves down early on, because you're starting at 26? What were you doing all that time? Were you experimenting? Were you meeting people? Were you figuring out your own identity? No. It's a threat to my audience if you actually have an identity and your brain forms itself before we try to lock you down. And Tim, what have you been doing all that time? What have you been doing all that time?
Skateboarding. He's only 38.
Does this apply to men, or does it just apply to men who want to lock down 18-year-olds, as he just said a second time?
Go ahead.
He really likes that number.
At 26, you are like, I want to, be with someone. I suppose the challenge is for any guy who's got money, has succeeded, is strong, they're targeting 22-year-olds. That's what the data shows.
Targeting?
I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not saying it's right. I know feminists that get all angry and say, but that's what the data shows. The data shows that guys are choosing 22-year-olds.
What guys? How old?
Like
what data?
The principal number. It really is. You take a look at guys right now, and I want to rag on guys too, because I got to tell you, I don't know much about this lady. I do want to say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if, as the saying goes, if you smell crap everywhere, check your boot. We see this video of this lady, and she's crying, being like, why can't I find a relationship? For all we know, like, she smells horrible, and as soon as the camera turns off, she just starts farting a whole bunch. Who knows, right? I'm not saying she does.
It's a perv.
But I'm not going to just sit here and say that she's perfect either. She's 33 and single, and she's a woman. Like, there's got to be some reason for that makes her less desirable for most guys. But she also says guys are trash. So imagine some incel guy, socially awkward, untrained, pale skin, and
Imagine.
The average guy. Do you know the average weight right now is 200 pounds for a guy and 5'8"? That's nuts.
Can we
This
just
pisses me
pause
off.
for a second? I have met Tim in person. I'm 5'8", 5'9". I think I'm taller than him. I may weigh more than him.
He's not 200.
I mean, I'm definitely not. Well, I'm not going to say my weight on there, but I don't think I weigh more than him. But I think I think I could take him like in a fight. I work out a good amount. I think I could take him in a fight. I think we're actually kind of a similar physical stature.
He's mentally not as tough as you, though, at all. I think I found Tim Pool's 22-year-old thing, and I think it's from a 2015 study by the or book by the OkCupid co-founder, and it found that men will like women who are 21. Like an 8-year age difference is nothing compared to the 28 age gap between the 50-year-old men who think 22-year-old women are ideal. He wrote, a 50-year-old man idea of what is hot is roughly the same as a college kid's. Men may be most attracted to women in their early 20s, but many males end up with women who are in their age range or even older. In other words, this is not the same as them saying that they're targeting 22-year-olds.
It's a dating app phenomenon.
First off, it is like literally just making an assessment based upon a couple of pictures of people. Putting that aside, even if you're saying, okay, do you find this person or that person more attractive, doesn't necessarily mean that they're even looking for them as a partner.
Right, they may think they're hot.
Exactly, the pervs online. It's not seeking relationships.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go through Instagram like butt models as followers, and then I'm gonna make a determination about what men are looking for in a partner. No, like they're looking because it's fun.
It's actually.
This is the thing: is he says such. It's all of his stuff he's saying is such BS and completely nonsensical in many respects. I'm not taking issue with feminism in general, but I am saying that there are big numbers that blank, blank, blank. And then he just cites data that is absolutely just completely a lie.
And makes an assumption that she may be farting and smelling a lot because she's 33 and single. But what is the assumption that you make about yourself for being older than 33 and single?
Smells like?
Oh, I don't think it smells great. I don't think
Is there any more to this that we should watch?
I just... Does anyone in the audience just like think for 1 second? I know it's mostly young boys and and teenage boys
And we're here to
trying
help.
to turn into incels. We're hoping to help you out here. Don't listen to this guy on dating advice. Like, do they not think for a second? This guy is describing exactly what he looks like. And then also is basically saying, like, oh, this woman, there's something wrong with her for being single. But this incel that I'm talking about, who's, I think, good looking, and he's just trying to put himself out there. No benefit of the doubt given to this person. But to the woman, oh, she smells and farts a lot.
Also, women should lower their standards, but also women, why'd you wait till you're 26 and, like, you know, basically not interesting for anybody, any of us pale, 5'8", 200-pound guys that listen to Tim Pool.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.
Enemy spy has a lock on your position. We're on Zone C.
He asked him the same question, 7 hours. How are you tackling new territory?
What's your body count?
Body count. Okay, you, body count.
So what's your body count?
So do you realize having sex that many times makes you a slut? Yes or no?
Okay, good talk. What about you, your relationship status?
I am in a committed relationship. I think my longest relationship, I was married for 4 years. That ended.
Ooh, she's
because he was
divorced.
a malcontent person who could not go without starting a fight for no reason.
Do you realize that being divorced makes you very undesirable in the marketplace?
Get back on
Why does he
mission.
sound like Kennedy?
Hostiles on A.
Yeah. Like that Kennedy?
The wormhole
Take all zones and
Kennedy.
keep them secure.
Oh.
Your impersonation.
All
Yeah.
zones. Strike hard.
Sorry, I don't make fun of his voice. Not right.
And then I finally,
Good morning.
yes, I just got fed up.
So you guys got your divorce.
This motherfucker's taking notes on this shit. You do not need notes on this, man. Oh, why do people show up to this?
We got the zone.
How long have you been seeing your current partner?
About 4 months.
4 months. All right. Okay.
Where's this going?
What about you?
I'm
This has to be one of the least entertaining things. 7 hours. He's like, okay. It's like a real life.
Team going after C. Zone contested.
I feel like I'm in a class that is just the worst class ever. With the dumbest teacher ever. Also, this guy just gives off such incel energy.
It's not your fault.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't think any of these women would be caught dead with this dude. And that makes him upset.
I'm fully committed.
Yeah.
I appreciate that Fresh and Fit are at least committed to being pieces of shit. Like, they're confident.
Right.
Fucking garbage.
Right.
This dude isn't.
Right. True.
He's grifting the grifters.
Okay, let's assume I was gay.
Let's.
One-sided open relationship. Yeah, I'm in a fully committed one-sided open relationship on his side.
Girl, what? What? She's not for real. This is not a real thing, is it?
Zone contested. Enemy has boots on A.
This is what the Myron and Goofy said. Goofy Nut says they have.
Crack and open any cold ones after this.
That's not. I've never heard of this in the real world. This is not a thing.
Friendly
I'm in a
through the
one-sided open. My boyfriend can fuck whoever he wants, and I just am a good girl, and I don't ask questions like, "Oh fuck."
So you're monogamous. He's sleeping with other women.
Mike Davis donated 60.
Hey, Mike Davis.
I'm organizing a private charter plane.
All right, hold on, everybody. I got a donation.
What was that sound?
That was from there.
Davis donated.
On his side.
So you're monogamous. He's sleeping with other women.
Sounds like a Zach's taking a shit somebody.
That's a World of Warcraft song.
What a dork.
I think it's when you aggro a mob in World of Warcraft. It makes that sound. I'm not completely sure.
I remember that. Like you would know. I mean, shit, you're the master. Maybe they changed
It's
it.
from Deadly Boss Mob. I don't know more.
No, you know what it sounds like is this.
Barely.
Thank you, sir.
Relationship on his side.
So you're monogamous. He's sleeping with other women.
All the shit.
That's a weird soundbite. Like it's not. It's not clean. It's not easy to tell even what it's trying to convey. That's just a poor soundbite.
Davis donated 60.
Hey, Mike Davis.
I'm
Everybody, hey, shut up, Mike Davis.
organizing a private charter plane abroad for men to meet beautiful traditional women who will treat you like a king.
What?
Western women are so screwed up and there's no reset button. .1 in chat for a seat.
This dude is literally just trying to scam. Oh my god.
What do these people think the women in Europe? I'm from Europe, by the way. I was born in Montenegro, and you're gonna get a handful, buddy. You're not gonna be able to handle them. So good luck.
The Montenegro.
Well,
He's like, did you say the N-word? Because I'm trying to say that word.
Albanian from not gonna be able to handle them. So good luck.
The Montenegro.
Well,
He actually is making that joke. I think he's actually doing that.
I think you're. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's actually insane. I feel like I'm in a class that is just the worst class ever. With the dumbest teacher ever. Also, this guy just gives off such incel energy.
It's not your fault.
You know? I don't think any of these women would be caught dead with this dude. And that makes him upset.
I'm in a fully committed one.
Yeah.
I appreciate that Fresh and Fit are at least committed to being pieces of shit. Like, they're confident.
Right.
Fucking garbage.
Right.
This dude isn't.
Right. True.
He's grifting the grifters.
Okay, let's assume I was gay.
Let's.
Sided open relationship. Yeah, I'm in a fully committed one-sided open relationship on his side.
Girl, what? What? She's not for real. This is not a real thing, is it? This is what the Myron and Goofy said. Goofy Nut says they have. That's not. I've never heard of this in the real world. This is not a thing. I'm in a one-sided open. My boyfriend can fuck whoever he wants, and I just am a good girl, and I don't ask questions like, the fuck?
So you're monogamous. He's sleeping with other women.
Mike Davis donated $69.
Hey, Mike Davis.
I'm organizing a private charter plane.
All right, hold on, everybody. I got a donation.
What was that sound?
That was from them.
Davis donated.
On his side.
So you're monogamous. He's sleeping with other women.
Sounds like a Zach's taking a shit soundbite.
That's a World of Warcraft sound.
What a dork,
I think it's when you aggro a mob in World of Warcraft. It makes that sound. I'm not completely sure.
I remember that, but you would know. I mean, shit, you're the master. Maybe they changed it.
It's from Deadly Boss mod. There's I don't know more.
No, you know what it sounds like is this.
Open relationship on his side.
So you're monogamous. He's sleeping with other women.
Holy shit.
That's a weird soundbite. Like it's not clean. It's not easy to tell even what it's trying to convey. That's just a poor soundbite.
Davis donated $69.
Hey, Mike Davis.
Everybody, hey, shut up, Mike Davis.
Organizing a private charter plane abroad for men to meet beautiful traditional women who will treat you like a king.
What?
Western women are so screwed up and there's no reset button. One in chat for a seat.
This dude is literally just trying to scam. Oh my god.
What do these people think the women in Europe? I'm from Europe, by the way. I was born in Montenegro, and you're going to get a handful, buddy. You're not going to be able to handle them. So good luck.
The Montenegro.
Well,
He's like, did you say the N-word? Because I'm trying to say that word.
Albanian from not going to be able to handle them. So good luck.
The Montenegro.
Well,
he actually is making that joke. I think he's actually doing that.
I think that, yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's actually insane.
Buddy, you're not going to be able to handle them. So good luck.
The Montenegro.
Well, I'm Albanian.
I'm sorry, but what?
I found this sound, by the way. It's a raid warning in World of Warcraft.
Play it?
That's right.
It's if you just click the Wowhead link right here. I am so embarrassed that I knew this.
You're not the only one.
So there's a little play thing there. On the left.
Oh shit, that's 100% it.
I hate that I knew that.
You're a wowhead, man. Wowhead.com. That's cool though. I see why he used it. That's That's what the ladies want to know. That you're a wowhead. Wow. See, I'm just getting sucked in. This is not what I'm talking about, but I just clicked to a random spot and this dude's blowing my mind.
Thank you, Mike Davis, for the message, man. Appreciate it.
I'll
join you, bro. I'll join you, man.
Greetings to the Whatever Podcast.
Yo, thank you, Mr.
Brian, for the
All right, anyway, so this is what it is. You guys have seen clips, I'm sure. And they had the one, the only. Beavis, Mr. Beavis, Dr. Beavis. I believe he's soon to be knighted, so Sir Beavis is what you'll be required to call him, Dan.
Yeah, a lot of clips from this podcast have been going around on TikTok, and Bevo's getting a lot of shit for it.
Holy smokes, okay. So people are calling him out because he's in an open relationship with his girlfriend, Sophia. That's the one we met?
Yeah, well, he says that on the podcast. He says that they're in an open relationship. He later says they aren't. Yeah.
So okay, according to Beavis, they are telling their guests to lie about being in. I mean, that makes more sense to me, honestly, than like people actually doing that. Because it seems bananas. It seems bananas.
I'm not sure what to make of it because he was going along with this narrative for like 5 hours. So I don't know. I'm not sure exactly, but
dedicated to the bit.
Yeah.
The podcast was over 7 hours long and featured friend of the show, Andrew Wilson, the dude from the Fresh and Fit Live who argued with Mr. Clean. Friend of the show, quote unquote. Andrew and Bevo got into a heated discussion because Andrew kept calling out Bevo for being a cuck. Bevo also got shit because okay, so Andrew is a giant douchebag. Bevo also got shit because he compared him being a cuck to Andrew's wife not being a virgin when they got married.
Yeah, after Andrew kept calling him a cuck, then Bevo's like, well, was your wife a virgin when you got married? And he's like, no, she wasn't. He goes, okay, so who are you to talk? And didn't make Bevo look good.
I'm confused by the whole thing. So anyway, here's best moments. We've seen the apology. Now let's see the actions that brought us here.
The host steals the show just with his awkwardness, you gotta say.
Nice, man. How does he recruit? How did they find all these women? Like they got them in a whole like conveyor belt, and just like a moving, automated, just bringing in girls.
He encourages them to reach out, send them a DM, and then they'll promote their Instagram or whatever else in the description.
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
My position.
I mean, they're all
It's like
self-promoting.
this weird humiliation ritual that they all subject themselves to because they go on the show and just get berated for being sluts for 7 hours or whatever.
Which is why
From their horrible audience. But
he wants women who are wanting to self-promote. A lot of women who are, probably most of the women willing to self-promote on that show are going to be doing adult content.
Right.
And therefore, yeah, it's this interesting cycle.
yeah, I'm sure they all see a bum because even though all these weird incel fans are like talking shit, in
They're the ones
whatever.
buying porn.
Exactly. So.
Yeah. There's a reason Amrath makes $2 million a month.
The bizarre ecosystem they have over there, though.
Kick him off.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting.
Position used to be is like, look, I was on the dating apps. Is kind of before I became aware of some of the, the dating meta. Is I just wouldn't pay for them. I wouldn't pay for that. I'd split. I'd pay for my shit. She could pay for hers. But I'm like, you're dating other dudes. You're probably like, here's the scenario I'd like to give. Like, it's a massive L to go on a date with a girl, and then pay you do everything right. You pay for the date. You take her to a nice dinner. She gets
sound like a nice guy talking. I did everything right. I paid, and she didn't call me back. It's like probably your personality. Probably she just didn't like you, bro. And also look at you. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. Look at me. I mean, who am I? Look at us.
A good point.
Thank you, Dan. Look at us. Who are we to complain? Friendly fire. There's no friendly fire.
She doesn't eat everything. She gets a doggy bag to go, gives you an ass out hug at the end of the date. Oh, it was a good date. And then she brings that doggy bag back. She meets up with her fuck buddy, who, by the way, never had to take her on a date, never paid for anything. Just some like.
This isn't. These guys build this whole fantasy in their minds to be like super incel-y about. Look, sometimes you go on a date and like I highly doubt that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but girls are going out there cynically like, I'm gonna spend the whole night with this dude that I have no interest in, so that I can get a free dinner. Like, who would want to do that?
Also, it's so crazy to just assume that if a woman is not giving you sex, she's giving it to someone else.
Yes.
Like, she doesn't have to have sex that night. She could also just not want to hang out with you and go home.
It's next level incel because it's like, yeah, not even that she's going on the date for the food, but she's taking the food back to another guy who's gonna fuck her. Yeah.
And she's gonna eat it with him too.
Maybe she's just
like
full.
he's like her fuck buddy's pimping her out to bring back dinner for him.
Yo, babe, I want a steak. You go on a date with some dude.
Like, look. The man has no introspection, right? It's nothing he did. What he did right was buying dinner and sitting with her. No other requirements to listen, to be genuinely interested, to be nice. You know what I mean? So, bro, you are lost, man.
Well, he's saying that he goes halves with them because of he's
halves
afraid
is
of
fine. I have no problem with halves. I think if a guy wants to pay for a date, that's great. I don't think it makes you a sucker. I think if you can afford it and you don't mind, I think it's a really nice thing to do. But I also think going halves is totally cool too. I think that's really great too. If a girl offers to go halves, then it's a sign. I like that sign of mutual respect.
Yeah, except when you're going halves because you're afraid that some other dude's gonna eat the leftovers.
That's not
your date. Yeah.
At least he doesn't make her pay.
Right.
Oh, I forgot my wallet. Fuck.
Hot, attractive dude or whatever. She gives him the food that you paid for. He eats it, then he fucks her.
Oh, she actually did say that. He's eating the food and fucking her.
Yeah.
What did you get?
And they're laughing at me. They laugh together.
This
They're
guy.
laughing the whole time. They're all laughing at me.
God, this fucking guy.
It's happened to me every weekend for 4 years.
I know, that's what he said. How old is he? He's way too old to be talking like this.
I thought he didn't want to be with a girl who sleeps with someone on the first date. I thought they were sluts.
Unless it's him.
Unless it's him, you're so right.
Yeah.
Wait, do we have intel on how old?
I'm looking it up. I can't even remember his name. Let's see.
What's his name? Whatever.
Fucking got him. Brian Atlas.
Too good.
He is loading.
All right, I'm gonna continue. You tell me
I'll find out his height too.
Bro,
Yeah, thank you.
There's someone that I know that he found girls on Hinge.
Found girls on Hinge?
Yeah, to like just connect. He's like a
Well, girls do
director.
that shit like, oh, here's my OnlyFans.
Hey, some
Dude,
girls-
you are so pathetic.
Ew.
So let me get this straight. You're looking up, you're matching with girls who are like, oh, check out my OnlyFans. Like, are you talking with bots? This guy does not live in the real world. What is happening?
It's the reverse hustle.
Some girls like, you know, like
They got,
some
like,
guys
free
be
Tinder
finding
accounts.
guys be trying to find girls to manage.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's
We have a real cuck on the show that the donation said.
For shizzle?
Let's say
For shizzle?
He just okay. Even in context, I like rewound that. I don't know where that for shizzle came from. He just throws that out there.
That's just who he is.
For shizzle.
Also, he can't say Montenegro because he giggles that it sounds like the N-word.
Yeah.
For shizzle.
He's like, did you say you're from Montenegro? Or I don't know how I'm
shizzle.
saying it, but something like that. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Montenegro, right? That's how you say it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Are you serious? You're from there?
I believe he's 32, but I'm not for sure because there's another Brian Atlas that keeps coming up.
How old is that one?
That one is 40.
Yeah, I see him too.
He's somewhere between 32 and 40, I'd say.
Yeah.
So that adds up. One of them.
You did meet this girl.
I think the best move for a guy is to pay.
If your birthday isn't on the internet readily available, you're nobody.
Domination
For the record,
comes naturally to us phantoms.
you're nothing.
Probably has a small ass fridge.
Tiny fridge with a freezer in it.
Idiot.
How much space does the freezer take up on your fridge? Probably doesn't stand
Get
alone.
out there and capture those zone shadow teams.
But you expect a girl to come back to your house without a standalone freezer? Come on.
Kind of stood on principle.
What do you think if I hosted a show like this where I was really respectful and supportive of all the ladies?
I think that'd be so.
Wouldn't it be kind of interesting
Yes.
format?
We gotta do that.
Wait, it kind of
yes.
sounds like a good idea.
And we just gossip.
We just
and tell
build
you
them up
everything
like,
about
girl,
us.
yes,
Yes,
get
yes,
paid,
yes.
girl. Hold the phone. That could be an interesting format.
You gotta hack them viciously.
No,
Right?
This is actually.
You think that's actually
I think
a good?
it's genius. No, I'm not even guessing you up. That we should do it. We should try to get some of their girls too. Steal their girls.
Ian, well, it's got to be the same girls right on rotation. Ian, did you hear that?
No, I was doing something. What's up?
I want to make a show that's like all these Fresh and Fit whatever podcasts. We bring all the girls on, except I'm just super nice and supportive of them all and interested in who they are and what they do.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
So, no, I'm being serious. Well,
me too.
put that on the roster. I want to try that.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Go back. What are you working on?
It's for something for Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Exciting. Is the audience loving that idea?
Yeah.
I think it would be fun. We'll call it the friend zone, somebody said.
Aw.
It's literally.
That is. I like that.
I'm married. I'm just here to be friends. People love that idea, yo.
We call it friends and family.
Friends and family. Brian has tiny hands. Let's not demean people on the side of their hands, please. You know.
Team capturing zone A.
I feel like if you
Bro, I'm my
don't,
own
if you don't
biggest
pay
cock
for
block.
the.
You don't know how many girls I've talked out of fucking me, okay?
Okay.
Sorry? Hold on, I gotta hear that again. You doing all this every day, 7 hours, and he learns nothing.
Principle for a guy is to pay, but I kind of stood on principle.
I feel like if you
Bro,
don't,
I'm my
if
own
you don't
biggest
pay
cock
for
block.
the.
You don't know how many girls I've talked out of fucking me, okay?
Okay.
Oh my God, bro. That is so cringy.
And I'm just doing zooms. I'm not like cutting around. It's just zooms. This
You're not okay.
Yeah, that's how it played out.
Okay. Didn't you make some
crickets, bro?
Statements about like throat goat?
I give good head.
She gives good head.
Period. Do you give good head?
Good question.
What do you mean?
He's like, oh, are you calling?
What do you mean?
You don't laugh. Obviously, she just kicked. Excuse me? What are you implying?
Do you give good head?
Do you suck a mean cock, bro? Yes or no?
Oh, I thought you were trying to like insinuate like I'm S-ing the D. No,
Shut the fuck up right now. He's never heard that you can go down on a girl before.
Well,
He had no idea.
He's heard of it. You're about to say.
Oh, I thought that's what I interpreted too.
Olivia, are you saying Elling the P?
Elling the P.
No.
Elling the P.
Oh man. All right. So do you give good head? It's an important thing to work out.
I don't do that at all. Oh.
I find it so weird when dudes are like proud of this.
Yeah.
We're securing A.
Myron's this way too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The human
vaginas are disgusting.
The female vagina is disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You good head. Do you want the whole world to know that?
Yes, girl. Yes. Thank you.
It's about to get way worse.
That's what I'm saying. She needs to come on our show. She's great.
Yeah, I've said it multiple times on the show. There's better ways to make a girl come, to be honest.
Oh, really?
To be honest.
I think that is probably not empirically supported. Or I don't know. Maybe it's different per person. That doesn't mean like. Do you think getting a BJ is the best way to? I mean, it's all.
Not to be honest.
You gotta work it all together.
Later on, he gets upset at this girl specifically, and I think it all leads back to this moment when she asked him that. Yeah,
she's killing it.
So you don't want to give head?
No, I don't do it. But if we're getting into sexual conversation.
Ooh, you want to talk about sex?
Yeah, I'm gonna make my girl come before me, and preferably multiple times.
This man has never.
Did you hear? I mean, listen, my voice cracks all the time, but what a moment for his voice to crack at. So good.
This man has never made a woman come in his life.
Conversation. Yeah, I'm gonna make my girl come before me, and preferably multiple times. But I'm not a fan of giving. Cheers to that.
I'm injured.
Oh,
God. Spit it out, man.
Cheers.
Bro, just you know what I mean? Just soldier down and fucking munch some carpet, bro. You gotta soldier on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you tell me if a girl was like, I don't like giving BJs. He'd be like, that's understandable. Like, this is the kind of dude who demands head, probably.
What?
Okay.
So you do OnlyFans?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? He's just sitting here like this?
Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah. I thought it was like a reaction gif.
No, yeah, he called in.
What the hell?
Special guest.
And then, you guys are in an open relationship. Yeah. You guys have been dating for 3 months, and you guys do content together.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You do content together, and you're in a poly open relationship where you're dating other men romantically.
Bevo and his girlfriend.
He's talking to the same girl?
No, Bevo and Sophia, his girlfriend.
Oh, they're in an open relationship?
According to this podcast.
You'll see.
Okay.
There's multiple stories here going on.
Sexually open.
Oh, for the content.
Sexually open for the content, yes.
So you're not romantically, but sexually you do see other people.
Yes, sexually.
And you will sleep with them together.
Yes, and I will marry Sophia one day.
You're gonna marry her.
Yes.
Okay. So
but you guys are in a relationship yourselves, like a romantic relationship between each other.
Yeah, openly we sleep with other people as well, but romantically we're together, yes.
Okay, so you consider her your girlfriend, but you don't consider other girls your girlfriend. You just consider other girls that you sleep with.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So you are a cuck.
Define.
That's really not even what that means. If they both have an open relationship, that doesn't make them a cuck. I mean, it's just a preference, right? A cuck is someone that likes to watch other dudes bang his girl. And see, like,
I mean, people use it that way, but I think, like, let's look up the definition.
A man whose wife is sexually unfaithful.
Yeah, see, that's what I was gonna say.
Wait, what?
It's more like they got cheated on or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
He got cucked. That just means your wife cheated on you?
I feel like more and more it's become the Sneeko version that you just described.
Yeah.
But I think more generally it's just, yeah.
Because Sneeko is actually, of anyone that we've talked about, legitimately the most cucked.
Oh, he is the most cucked.
Like, that, he literally did the, I'm watching a dude have sex with my girl.
Yeah. While crying in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, he is.
Yeah.
Wow.
A cock is a person who purposely allows their women to get fucked by other men.
For money, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, Devo.
That's another thing that he
Devo,
kept getting shit for, was because he kept talking about money. Like, everything he's doing is for the money. And he kept making fun of the other dude for believing in God. And he's...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That did not come off well, I have to say, Mr. Beav. Yeah, I let her fuck other dudes for money.
I'm talking about making money.
Not for, like, free.
Who wants me to take their money?
Yeah. Well, I mean, wait. You wouldn't let her sleep with other men if they weren't paying her?
No, they're not paying her. Let's get that right. We make content. We get paid for content. So, yes, we involve other people.
Wait, I'm confused. Is Bevo doing OnlyFans content?
No, I don't think so.
That's what he seems to be implying.
No, that's what he was saying.
Isn't he implying that he's letting other people have sex with her for her OnlyFans?
No, he's saying he does too.
Yeah, no, earlier he said he's
additional
participating.
Okay.
Bevo is having sex on camera? How did it turn to this?
Your lucky day.
I didn't fact check this, just in terms of the OnlyFans thing. I just throw that out there.
I wasn't going to ask.
Let's take his word for it.
I wasn't even going to ask.
Take his word for it.
Yeah.
I have
Watching a wiener.
You know, Bevo's, his dick is so small that women devour it like he devours food. They make it look that easy.
That is a crazy fucking thing, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, it's like stuttering.
Wow. Wow. The one bite challenge. Just swallows it in one go. Here's my impression of a girl giving Bevo a blowjob.
No.
Watching a wiener.
All right, enough.
While sucking a smoko.
We like to be silly here. We like to tell jokes.
Todger?
People because it makes more money.
What is he doing?
He got a donation.
Money.
Bro, you look so bad.
Money. That's all I hear is money. So, whatever.
Right, because you're a slave to money.
Yeah,
How can you not say that you're a slave to money? It's the only thing you value. You value money over the virtue of your own woman.
Like, a lot of women feel the need to lie about the body counts because of how men go on about it, and that's why a lot of girls do lie about it, and most people...
So you're saying that we shouldn't trust what women say about the body count?
phone? Well, yeah, I am, to be fair.
Nick, take her phone.
You are.
Domination.
Yeah. You called it teacher vibes.
Yeah, what?
Excuse me, no 7 hours, no phone? Bro, shorten your shit up. Someone says I take my phone, I'm not giving them my shit. I'm not my teacher. Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, Cindy?
Don't give that phone up, Cindy. Oh, Cindy,
I'm sorry to stop the show like that, but why? I don't know how you're like looking at your own
Cindy, wreck the whole thing, Simpin' Cindy. You know? You would think.
Hold on, I'm not going to kick you off
Are they just being silly now? I'm confused. Look at the night. It's like fully nighttime now.
No, they're being serious. This girl's like 19.
They're being serious? I can't tell.
Yeah.
So go stand in the corner for 5 minutes.
No.
Stand in the corner.
No.
Yeah, well, Doug, just
Go in the
wear the
fucking
cap,
corner.
Cindy. Wear the cap, simping, Cindy. It's ridiculous. You ruined the whole show. You stopped all the
I think
dialogue.
they're being, quote, silly.
You'll see. I mean, no, he's calling her simping Cindy because of something earlier in the show, but no, the other guy's legitimately pissed. The Andrew dude is like whatever for now, but he ends up getting pretty mad as well.
She's great. I mean, I like what she put him in his place. I don't know who she is, but let's hope she doesn't actually go stand in the corner.
No, his plan's gonna backfire. It's pretty good.
Good.
Well, okay, you can go stand in the corner, or you have to wear that for 5 minutes.
That's fair.
Put it on.
Don't.
5 minutes.
Don't.
And you gotta spin the little helicopter on.
Yeah, you gotta spin the little. You gotta spin.
Put it on top.
The man might have.
Okay, would you stop blowing the Asian woman? Can you stop blowing the
Oh my
Asian
gosh,
woman?
now he's went.
Such a dork, such a gross, stupid idiot.
My husband.
Can somebody hang on? Can somebody jangle some keys in front of this chick or something? Can you get some keys and just jangle them in front of her?
All right, Cindy, take the hat off. Pass it back.
Sophia's turn.
Why, girl? You did not.
I don't know.
She just willingly put it on. Okay.
How you guys are so entertained.
And
have you guys never seen this kind of hat before? Okay, Cindy, we get it. You're like quirky and oh my god.
They're bored.
Ruin the
Cindy, do me a
show.
favor. Take the hat off of her head.
Shout out to Sophia because Sophia Beeble's girlfriend was like trying to make it less awkward by like, you know, messing around with the hat and stuff because this dude was just calling her out in front of everyone.
It's actually, I agree. It's nice she put it on and kind of diffused.
Yeah.
I need a medic.
All right, so the bit is played out. Take it off her head.
You did
Cindy.
this, bro.
Pass it here. Okay, there we go. Oh my god. This is not the kind of
Awesome, dude. That's how you make him regret bringing out that dumbass hat.
It just goes on for so
This is like
long.
the type of quarrelsome bullshit that'll just fucking drive you fucking insane.
Chill.
Yeah.
I feel like you like.
Dude, you bring all them in here day after day. You sit with them for 7 hours and you go, this just pisses me off. All these girls, they fucking piss me off, dude. Like, do something else, Dad.
Got your hat.
Holy smokes.
Not really.
Go for a girl who had
Just
no
fucking
voice.
bratty shit. It's kind of annoying, to be honest.
Put me on.
Oh, she bumped the fucking camera because she's being a fucking idiot?
My ass was too big.
Nah. Yeah, she's
angry.
Don't touch it. You're gonna fuck it up more. Oh my god.
He is actually.
Yeah, I kind of like.
Snaps to you.
I kind of try to give her a chance, like playfully with the hat, to redeem herself. Just like instead of me just kicking her right then and there, I was trying to give her a chance to redeem herself. But I mean, she just refused. Where's Matt?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you got
Yeah, no, I know. Cindy, unfortunately, yeah, you've just been too disruptive. Like, we just got to ask you to leave. Madison's going to take your spot. So.
What? How am I being disruptive?
Because what do you mean? How am I being disruptive?
You were the one that gave me the hat.
True.
Yeah, but you're getting out of your chair. I specifically told you, hey, just grab the hat, give it back to me.
I know, but you could have just not given me the hat.
No, you said wear it for 5 minutes. I was
Weird
there.
asshole he is.
Yeah.
Christ, dude.
He's like gaslighting her about the hat. Oh man, this is weird.
Yeah.
It's like such narcissistic behavior to create obstacles so you can get mad at someone.
Imagine what he's like on a date.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he goes, oh, I did everything right.
Yeah.
He's treating her like a child or like a dog. The other guy's like jingle some keys in front of her to distract her.
We were just being silly, just trying to be lighthearted.
Okay, so but me giving you the
And I
hat.
wasn't spinning it before.
But me giving you the hat was like me giving you an out. Instead of having to kick you, I was like, okay, do this stupid thing. I'm not going to kick you off the show right now.
I'm so confused because.
What's there to be confused about? I've asked you politely to leave. Cindy, it's not a big deal. We're not making a big scene, but just.
Does he think this is good content when he like kicks them off?
I think this is where all the insult watching fucking ejaculated.
Okay, so this is the confrontation. Is what,
Yeah, it was
The title of the episode was "Cops Called Crazy Wait, they used some fucking archaic ass term. What was it? It was like crazy strumpet. As cops called strumpet. Yeah, he busted out the strumpet.
What is
dude?
a strumpet?
It's like a Shakespearean way of calling someone a whore or something. I'm not kidding, dude. They use strumpet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, a woman who has many casual sexual encounters or relationships. Strumpet.
I've never heard that in my life. It's awesome. They know all the slang for promiscuous woman.
Just leave. You've been kind of disruptive.
Can I say something?
No, just leave.
Say something.
If I want to
This is
kick
your show
anybody
now,
out of
girl.
here for any reason, I can. You don't need to I don't need any justification for you asked to leave my property. Like I said, I've trespassed you.
I know, but I came here and I drove here 2 hours.
Yeah, you've been here on the show for most of the time, but now you can leave.
I don't want to.
Perhaps Simp and Cindy next time.
Do you see how she doesn't respect? Hold on.
Ow.
She doesn't. I just told her no, and she's continuing to stay here.
Because you.
What's the revelation? Do you see how she respects herself in this and not listening to me be a douche?
Isn't it funny, the irony of these fucking dudes who complain about, women need their safe spaces and all that, making a joke of it. And look at him, he's so fucking hurt.
He's losing it.
Yeah.
She said no?
This is my place.
Excuse me?
Because, I'm here.
So now you're trespassing. You're actually committing a crime now.
Okay.
Bro, look what a baby you are. What a baby. Holy smokes.
Would definitely essay some person
Oh, what?
That's crazy.
Wait, how do we get
Wait, hold on. You said that. You said to not talk about anything with that. Before our stream, you said to not mention anything to do with that.
Your consent to be here
And
has
you just
been
said that. You literally
my
said
house,
not.
my rules. My house, my rules.
But you literally said to
your
not mention
consent to be here has been revoked. Maddie, you can film too. Your consent to be here has been revoked. Kindly get up and leave. I'm not going to make a big scene about it. Just get up and leave. You're just going to keep sitting there?
Scene at all.
Nah, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. This is my house. You can't do that.
Yes, I am.
Nah, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Not yet, Nick.
Yes, I am.
Look, you do realize that right now you're breaking a law.
Dude, you look like such a bitch. Actually, that's awesome. Look what a powerless little bitch you actually are.
I love how he compares it to SA. All the girls in the room are like, whoa, what? How did we get here?
Yeah, whoa. You won't leave? You pretty much R-wording me.
How am I breaking a law? Come on.
It's called trespassing.
Because
I've asked you to leave.
Leave. Just get the fuck out.
Just get
Stop
out.
talking. Get out.
Cindy,
Get out.
Don't make a fucking scene.
You're not even here, dude. Shut up.
Yeah,
You're at home. Get out of where?
The fuck up, Zordon, in the corner.
Dumbass.
Cindy, stop making a scene. I don't know if this is going to be enough motivation for you. We're promoting your Instagram.
You're asking a commie to respect property rights? Your chair one Asian blank selection has been substandard as of late. You're asking a commie to respect property rights. Lol, get a fishing line and a $20 bill. Have her chase it out.
What the fuck?
My God.
$100 donation for that. Someone gave $100 for that.
Yeah. And
Whoa.
By the way, the chat the whole time is just saying that the girls are hideous. It's just fucking awful.
Really?
Yeah.
They look pretty to me.
Occasionally, they're all pretty girls, but yeah, especially whenever one of the guys is shitting on one of the girls, then they just talk.
Is linked in all shit.
That. Oh my God.
The other shows. I'm just gonna take you out of the description on all of those other shows because now you're.
Do we ever reach out to the whatever guy? I think
We have.
Did he bitched out?
He did not answer us.
Wow, what a loser ass bitch.
I will reach out again.
What's the matter? You don't want to talk to someone that's not a 19-year-old
Rule number 6.
OnlyFans model?
Another cantina.
Yeah, probably not, actually.
I would love. Listen, I'd love to test his beliefs. He holds very strong convictions, and so, he should have no problem engaging me in a conversation. I'd love to talk with him.
That would be interesting.
Two adult men expressing themselves,
Scanning for hostiles.
exchanging ideas. Also, we have a pretty big show. I don't know if you know that. Good promotional vehicle.
Bolt used to play WoW, you know?
I used to play WoW. Love is still playing WoW, so you guys have that. That's good.
Wow.
I don't know why that's funny. That's great. Vin Diesel plays WoW.
Yeah.
But like, it's one thing for me to just like ask you to leave, but
I know, but I came here and I drove here 2 hours.
Yeah, you've been here on the show for most of the time, but now you can leave.
I'm gonna have to take you out. Will you just get up and go?
Why would that be? I literally signed paper. What do you?
Yeah, but part of that paper is not on the phone.
No. Don't touch her.
Oh my God.
You fucking freak.
Yeah, hold on. I don't think you can do that.
Yeah, just leave, please. How many of the people you know inside of this industry who allow their wife or significant other to be shared or are engaged in porn have children who are proud of them? That's what the intent of his question is.
Listen, and I'm saying this once and we're cracking on. We're in a Gen Z. We can make money multiple ways. I don't know anyone that's had children that do.
You're not answering the question. The question is how many of those children are proud of their
I don't know
parents?
any children, so let's move on. Thank you very much.
You're not going to answer the question?
I don't know any children. How many times have I got to say?
I don't know kid. That's funny. I don't know kids. Well, I guess he's right. How many kids do you know that are proud? I don't know kids. I guess it's fair. I don't know no kids.
Kids love Hitler.
Kids love Hitler, as far as I know.
Yeah, I know you don't have children. That's not what the question is. Listen to what the question is. How many of these people in this industry that you deal with who have children, whose children are proud of them?
See, that's not a good question. Do you think kids would be proud? He's confusing for Vivo.
This question came from chat.
Oh.
Yeah. But he's harping on it.
Okay.
Have you checked on your wife? She might be getting f***ed at the minute.
Now, are you going to answer my question?
Move on, bro. You're pissing me off, bro. Just move on.
Yeah, I don't care if I'm pissing you off.
I'll walk
Shut your mouth and answer the question.
off. Go pray. Wait. Fuck off.
Shut your mouth and answer.
Free. Boring from the start, you prick.
Oh, and Vivo's excusing himself now. Okay. Let's get out of here.
Oh, you're the white is going to leave. Oh, you're going to leave? Are you going to go cry with your wife against other men? Are you going to go cry with your wife against by other dudes?
Your wife's getting... Your wife's getting...
You're gonna rage quit.
Are okay with your rage quit? No, because I'm bored of your god shit.
What did it say? Go back.
Well, it's. Are you following anything that?
No,
it's like
chaos.
pure chaos, and the TTS is piling on top too.
I had to blur so much too.
What? You got better things to do? You're gonna go have your life get by a bunch of dudes?
Your missus gets from the baby, mate. Don't worry.
The only person gets your missus.
Yeah, we good night, God
Weren't you
bless.
about to rage quit? Weren't you about to show them? Yeah.
Any of the other
cock.
I felt bad for him. They really went on him the whole thing. And he did nothing but nice for him.
Andrew, yeah, I just want to say, I've got your rod, brother, yeah? Me and Sophia, we're in a...
I can't even understand what you're saying.
No,
You speak English? Do you speak English, Limey?
English.
Nobody can even understand what you're saying.
Listen,
call him a limey.
Limey?
No, a limey.
A limey, Bevo.
No, limey.
I don't know what that means.
It's like an old-timey, like, slur.
About who?
For British people.
Oh, a limey?
Yeah, but it's like, again, they're like strumpet and limey. It's like they all talk like they're in the fucking 17th century. It's fucking weird.
Talk real slow.
Listen.
That's tradition. You gotta
Call them limey because lime juice was used by British sailors to help prevent scurvy.
Wow, that sounds super insulting. You guys drink lime juice? What a bunch of idiots.
The limey.
I've come on here, I've pranked you. Listen, me and Sophia are in a solid, normal relationship. We're not in an open relationship. No, where she doesn't, funny enough. I've pranked you all. Subscribe to Sister Bella. She pays my holidays. She pays for everything. Big up the sugar mamas. Big up Sister Bella on OF, yeah? I'm going to live my life. You crack on with God. Have a good one. Cheers.
So he just came in and said, I was lying the whole time.
Why would they?
And I pranked you.
Why would he pretend?
That's what that Andrew guy says. He goes, I don't get what the troll was. He goes, I'm going based off what you told me.
Yeah. Got you, dude. Yeah, it's just a bunch of... The dudes are all idiots. And the girls seem nice. They're all just chilling, and I'd love to get them in a room and just ask them about themselves. Favorite musical?
Yeah, favorite movie.
I'll be like, what's your name? What's your favorite musical? What is your current favorite comfort food? And what do you like to do at home on a rainy day?
Favorite self-care technique.
Self-care, yeah.
You know, I think we could ask them the same questions, just not in a degrading way. Like, we could ask them about dating and stuff and their experiences.
True.
We don't have to be
I think I have good advice. You know? And I don't judge. No judgment here. I'm the last person to judge. You know? All right, let's see what Bevo said. Bevo responded. So he was getting a lot of shit, eh?
Yeah.
What people making video clips calling him out?
Yeah,
like,
there's a bunch of TikToks of just him, just what he said, and then just all the comments were just calling him a cuck.
TikTok Bevo here.
All right, so he's.
They got.
All right, so here he is, blinged out, put on his Sunday's best, and then Bevo and the Burberry.
What's happening TikTok? Bevo here. I just wanted to come on here and basically clear up this whole whatever podcast. I didn't expect.
I know these are like super designer clothes. It looks. I don't know why it's like. He's shaped like wearing a corset or something.
Yeah. He's serving body audio.
Why is his hip so wide?
He's snatched, bro. Mr. Snatched.
What the fuck?
To get this much stick, I was basically told what to say, basically for their financial gain, which has made me look a complete mug on the internet now. Yeah, so I'm just going to do a deep dive. So we get to whatever podcast. I wasn't supposed to be on there. The girls sit down. I finally come in. Brian comes up to me and says, "Hey, look, we need to spice some things up." Basically say that you two are in an open relationship, and basically she sees other guys and you see other girls. And me being me thinking, oh yeah, cool with the clips, like yeah, why not?
Why the fuck would you agree to do that? Did he really ask him that?
I didn't want to be the one to say it, but do we believe Bevo here?
I don't know. I guess let's keep hearing, but
I mean,
I could go either way at this moment.
The other guy is clearly a giant piece of shit.
And an idiot.
And he was a former prankster, so he's certainly not above faking shit from
No, absolutely not.
But it does seem like a bit of a stretch still to me.
It seems
Well, maybe
like-
not. I don't know. I guess I don't know.
It
I don't know
seems
people hang about.
particularly moronic to agree to do that for no reason.
Well,
especially if you care about it.
You know when Drake said, "Psych, I'm the one that planted the information."
Yeah.
That I have a kid. It sort of feels like that.
Right.
Well, wouldn't it be easy to prove if there's other men on her own?
Yeah, it'd be easy to prove.
Is there pics of... Can we see Bevo's dick? Is that on the internet?
Sure.
You don't have to look that up. But if you do, let me know.
I feel like he wouldn't say it though, because it's so easily provable.
I'm
So I don't know.
I believe him. I feel like he's telling the truth.
Okay. I think Bevo's more trustable than the other dipshit.
I guess
if I
you're
had
right.
to-
You're right.
Yeah.
And like it seems like something that he would maybe lie about to soften the blow, make himself not look as bad. But given who we're dealing with, it does kind of seem believable that they might coach them into saying certain things on the show.
I want you to sit down and lie like you killed your ex-wife.
Okay, yeah.
And then you pretend you're scared of him, but you respect him, but you're scared of him because you know he killed his last.
Right.
He was like, yeah, I killed somebody. Yeah, no, I killed my ex-wife. That's real.
With it. So yeah, I've done that. I'm trying to keep this short because it